Well, everyone who knows the joke, in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the most powerful computer in the universe is asked the ultimate question: what is the meaning of life, the universe, and everything? After 7.5 million years of calculation, it answers 42. And everybody laughs. But the laugh is nervous because deep down, we know something's off. Because maybe we already have the answer. We just don't know the question. The strange patterns of 42. Let's warm up the mind. Not mysticism, not numerology, just patterns. A primary rainbow appears at 42 degrees opposite the sun. That's literally the angle where light turns into wonder. There are 42 whole number ways to express the number 10 as a sum. All right. This is a combinatrix piece. When we say there are 42 ways to express 10 as a sum of positive whole numbers, we mean this. We are counting all partitions of 10. That means order does not matter. Only positive integers, no zeros, no negatives. So 7 plus 3 is the same as 3 plus 7, counted once. This is called the partition function in mathematics. And for 10, P parentheses 10 equals 42. Here, they all are. Well, I'm going to give you R. The 42 partitions of 10, 1, 10. 9 plus 1, 8 plus 2, 8 plus 1 plus 1, 7 plus 3, 7 plus 2 plus 1, 7 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, so on and so forth. 6 plus 4, 6 plus 3 plus 1, 6 plus 2 plus 2, 6 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1, 6 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 5 plus 5, so on and so forth. There's 42 ways to do this, all down to the bottom where you get 1 plus 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 1. Now, here's the subtle beauty. 10 looks simple, but it contains 42 structural possibilities, the same total, different configuration. And that's exactly why the number keeps sneaking into philosophical conversations. Structure inside simplicity, structure hiding inside simplicity. 42 also equals 42. 6 times 7, two consecutive numbers multiplying into form. 6 times 7 equals 42. Order giving birth to complexity. Everybody's like, oh, 6, 7. Anyhow, the element 42 on the periodic table, molybdenum, however you say it, used to strengthen steel. Structure again. Mathematically, 42 is a scenic number. 2 times 3 times 7, 3 distinct primes. Stability through relationship. 42 was the jersey number of Jackie Robinson, now retired across all Major League Baseball, not forgotten, integrated. In Romeo and Juliet, Romeo says banished 42 times before exile, language circling fate. In the Bible, there are 42 generations from Abraham to Jesus in Matthew genealogy, lineage, continuity, becoming. And here's the one that always slips past people. The ASCII code 42 is the asterisk, the wild card, meaning everything. That one's almost rude in how perfect it is. But here's the part that actually matters. In the story, when people are confused by the answer, the universe builds a bigger computer to find the question. The computer is called Earth. And just before it finishes calculating, it's destroyed. The answer is never known. That's not a joke about math. That's a joke about consciousness. If the answer is everything, What's the question? If 42 equals the universe, then the question can't be small. It has to be something like, what must existence equal in order to express itself? What configuration allows awareness to experience itself? What structure supports complexity? What must be true for experience to happen at all? But if we go deeper, if the answer is consciousness, reality, the universe, the experience of being, then the real questions aren't philosophical, they're experiential. So here are some questions that actually shape a life, not what is the meaning of life? We are the meaning making machine of life. But what is aware of this moment right now? What am I before thought labels me? What remains if roles, identity, and memory fall away? What question is creating the life I'm living? What belief structure is generating my perceived reality? If the universe is the answer, what curiosity birthed it? What would existence ask in order to become self-aware? If everything is connected, what illusion creates separation? What is the function of contrast in a unified field? What question would produce love as an answer? Here's where this gets sharp. The universe doesn't respond to answers. It responds to questions. Your life reorganizes around the quality of your inquiry. Why is this happening to me? You get a victim pattern perception. If you ask, what is this trying to teach me? You get a growth pattern perception. If you ask, who must I become for this to be natural? You get identity shift. So maybe 42 is funny because it expresses something uncomfortable. If the answer is already the universe, then the ultimate question isn't intellectual, it's experiential. How can awareness fully experience itself through limitation? Or even simpler, what would infinity need in order to know itself? And maybe the answer is time, form, contrast, you, 42. Not because it's mystical, but because it's absurd, and absurdity cracks rigid thinking. Maybe the meaning of life isn't something to solve. Maybe it's something to ask better. And if that's true, then the most powerful thing you can do is choose your question or questions carefully, because the universe is already listening. Enjoy this day. I wish you wisdom and understanding, and love and peace.